reach it. I'm too short. Very nice.
Good afternoon from the Littlefoot Ranch. I'm Doug.
I'm Rebecca.
So today we're in the garden today. We got some compost for the gardens, and we're running a little low, so to fill up the garden beds we had to go get some today. And so we're going to be prepping the garden beds for some topsoil and some compost.
So as you can probably see behind me, the truckload of compost that we have back there. We got a scoop of compost and a scoop of peat replacer. It helps aerate the soil and provide extra nutrients, and it's got some goodness in it. And so because our garden's not really built yet, it's in the birthing stages, we thought we would take you guys through the full journey of it, of how we fill our raised beds, over why we do it this way, our thought process, my mad reasoning behind it, I guess you could call it.
I wouldn't say mad, more brilliant.
Brilliant. Okay, we'll go with his word. I like his word better. But anyway, so tag along with us, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Just bear with us. We're kind of new to being able to try to film and do things all at the same time. So, but anyway, sit back and just, enjoy it. Okay, so the beds are 3 by 6, 3 feet wide, 6 feet long, and they're just over 2 feet deep. So as you can imagine, if we were to put just compost and soil in these beds, it would take a ridiculous amount to fill it, more than what I have, and more than what I could make it in before spring for all the raised beds that we're going to be filling. So the first layer will be a bunch of logs. Ants are going to be the death of me, I swear to gosh. Oh my gosh, do these ants give you guys all problems? Let me know in the comments below what you do with them. I've tried cinnamon and peppermint and so many other things to get rid of them, and nothing seems to work. Let me know in the comments below if you guys have tips. Okay, so the first layer is pretty much done. Sadly, we're running out of logs and running kind of low. And so now we're gonna go get a bucket of native dirt and kind of sprinkle a bucket of native dirt along the bottom. My boys really are the best. Thank you, boys, for unloading it. I know you always do. So also, in between layers and after you rake, you want to water it in really heavily. It helps you allow to see where the drainage issues are at. It helps give life to all the insects and the earth and the soil that's in the beds. That'll turn into compost. It's basically compost layers. And you gotta have water. All right, Dylan, stop and we'll rake it out. Okay guys, so you can see the beds are about half full. The logs are in the bottom. It actually took 2 buckets of native dirt that we smoothed out and watered in really well. And now you can see there's pine shavings and a bunch of green manure and washed eggshells. The green spinach and romaine I was able to get on clearance on its way out at the grocery store to help out with some green manure. Typically I would pull stuff from the garden, but the garden's not really a thing yet. So yeah, on to the next step. Okay, so we're just a little over about a foot away from the top, and we put another thin layer of native dirt down, and we mix in some pine shavings with it. It's really important to keep mixing organic matter in with the native dirt. Otherwise, it'll just clump up and be a big muddy clay mess and won't be very good for growing plants. But yeah, so this is what it looks like. And now we'll start with the compost and soil mixture to fill the last 15 inches or so. got the phone drenched. So as you guys can see, I'm watering in the first layer of compost mix, and this layer is just compost, peat replacer that I got from the nursery, and native dirt mix. So yep, and I'm just going to keep watering this in and raking it out, and we'll keep adding the layers until we get to the top. All right, folks, well, there it is. It is all done, and it is full to the top. Well, for now, until it starts breaking down. But anyway, that's full. So a few notes about, so the reason why we fill it with logs and do it in layers, there's a couple reasons. One is, like I said, compost is expensive, and to fill all of these beds with just compost and stuff that you have to buy, it would just take a ridiculous amount. Also, the way that it is with the logs and the green manures and the veggies and the pine shavings, it's basically like a compost bed, and it'll provide insane amount of nutrients. The soil will be awesome once it all breaks down and everything. The one thing is even though we watered everything in layers, it will settle. When you fill your beds like this, for the first 2 years or so, they settle quite a bit. To give you an idea of just how much, these beds were filled about right when we moved in, and you can tell that they have already settled quite a bit with everything decomposing. So that can be a drawback and kind of a downer for a lot of people. It's really not that big of a deal for me because I amend our beds all the time anyway. I'm always adding organic matter to the beds, so them settling and having me to add more, it's not that big of an inconvenience for me. But you know, to other people it may be. Just keep that in mind if you decide to fill your raised beds like this. And Doug's over there on the tractor. Good. I said, are you done playing on the tractor? Boys and their toys. So, real quick, we thought we would give you guys a brief pasture update now that all the work is done with filling the raised bed. So as you can see, it is growing in quite nicely. It is very green, or it's starting to be. So yeah, we just need to move that pile of debris of all of our cleanup. Very happy.
Most of these vines are gone too, which is nice.
Yeah, it looks really good. The horses should be very pleased when it all grows in. It's just really coming in green and nice. Super excited about the pasture coming back in so thick. If the temperatures hadn't cooled down so much, it probably would be taller. But yeah, super happy with how it looks. Ooh, it got bright out. The sun came out.
Yeah, it did.
All right, well, folks, I'm glad you tuned in. We're so glad you're here. I hope you learned something, and if you have any tips and suggestions for me on how you guys fill your raised beds, please leave them in the comments below, along with those ants, because oh my gosh, those ants are so bad. They're so bad. But anyway, until next time, folks, I hope you have an amazing day. Oh, and don't forget to hit the like button. Just smash it away. Smash the like button and hit subscribe. And until next time, take care.